Everyone talks about luxury SUVs, but nobody tells you what happens when Ford decides to throw a flex at them. This is the 2025 Explorer Platinum, and it's here to make you question why you ever considered a German badge. From the outside, the Explorer Platinum finally looks the part. Big, bold, and unbothered. The side profile stays muscular without looking like it skipped leg day. You get sharp body lines, real metal accents, and 21-inch wheels that actually feel the fenders. Because some SUVs out here look like they're riding on shopping cart wheels. The grille? Straight up flexing. It's got this bold mesh pattern that looks like it wants to pick a fight with the Audi Q7, and maybe win. From the back, it's subtle. Not trying to be a spaceship, just clean taillights and real stance. It's a proper SUV. You know, before everything turned into a melted jelly bean on wheels. Inside, this is where the Platinum badge earns its paycheck. Soft touch everything. Contrast stitching. Even the dash has this textured fabric wrap. Because apparently Ford got tired of pretending people didn't care about interiors. The new center screen is massive. Crisp, no lag, no bootleg loading screens. And honestly, that alone puts it ahead of half the luxury brands out here. Now, about those buttons. Or lack of them. Almost everything lives inside the touchscreen, which is great until you're bouncing over a pothole trying to change your AC settings, without rage quitting. Full wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Heated and ventilated seats, panoramic sunroof. And if you care about parking without embarrassing yourself, yes, it's got a full 360-degree camera system that doesn't look like it's from 1998. Under the hood, the Explorer Platinum gives you a 3-liter EcoBoost V6 making 400 horsepower. Torque for days. You could pass semi-trucks with the whole family on board, and still have enough power to give the kids whiplash. Respectfully. Steering? Light but confident. Turning radius? Way tighter than something this big has any right to be. And the ride? Smooth. Genuinely smooth. It glides, not float. It feels planted without beating you up. The seats feel like clouds. You can survive a 6-hour road trip and still have enough energy to argue who forgot the snacks. The 2025 Ford Explorer Platinum isn't pretending to be something it's not. It's not chasing BMWs. It's not out here pretending to be a spaceship. It's just a really damn good SUV.
I have to cool down the car, guys. I'm gonna have to talk a little bit louder for a little bit. But we're in the 2025 Ford Explorer Platinum. And first and foremost, this is my first Ford. So I appreciate you guys at Ford for sending me this. Drinking my Ford Cherry with car reviews. I'm happy and excited to drive this thing. Had it for a week now, just about under a week. And so far, it is comfy. It's very spacious in here. And the design of the interior is magnifico. It does have the 3-liter V6 EcoBoost. And it is pretty peppy for what it is. I believe this is the same motor that is in the ST. Correct me if I'm wrong. I gotta turn down this AC. You guys can hear me. It's hot in Florida, so trying to cool down the vehicle a little bit. But it's very quiet in here. It's very comfortable to drive. But I must say, as with most Ford vehicles, I haven't driven many in my lifetime. I take that back, I have driven a lot of Fords. Ford, for some reason, has a sensitive gas pedal and brake pedal. So it does take some getting used to. My first, when I was in driver's ed, they made us drive I think it was like a 2005 or 2007, it's one of those early style Ford Tauruses, and hands down, sensitive gas pedal, sensitive brake pedal. Wasn't a fan, but got used to it. So keep that in mind, it is a Ford. So you might have the sensitive pedals. But I did notice though that when you're driving this, the drive modes actually help you out with that. So if the gas pedal is too sensitive for you, then just throw it into eco mode, and that will make the gas pedal way less sensitive. If you put it into sport mode, the brake pedal gets firmer. so you're not going to be stepping on the brake and it's not going to be jerking you around. That was the complaint when I was driving my mom around and my girlfriend. They said that the car felt jerky to them. So, and it's honestly just having to get used to the pedals. Once you're used to the pedals, you're fine. And it becomes a way smoother ride. As hopefully you can tell, the car is quiet. It's super, super quiet. This does have the 10-speed automatic, so the gear ratios are very, very close, which makes
Hazard reported ahead.
Which
Don't
makes
worry, this was only the initial energetic reading of your trip.
the 10-speed makes it feel like the car is quicker. So when you step on it, it goes through the gears quicker, so it sounds like it's going faster. But the acceleration also is there. I'll put it into sport mode. It sounds a little bit different too. It sounds a bit throatier. That was weird. How do I feel about these gauges? I like that it's digital, but I'm not sure how I feel about the RPM gauge, because it says 2.4, or it's pretty much like a number.
It's a decimal point.
I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I don't know if it's able to change from this to the actual tachometer. I don't know. There is no paddle shifters in here. I don't know if that's something that's special to the ST or not, but there's no paddle shifters in here, so you're not going to be changing gears yourself, I noticed. There's like a low button to put it into low gears, I guess, but there is no paddle shifters to pick your gears or anything like that. I do like the panoramic roof too. The panoramic roof is really nice. As you guys can see with the 360 cam, it is very spacious back there as well. You do get the captain's chairs in the middle, and then you do have a third row behind that. And sitting behind myself in the captain's chairs, there's like room. There's definitely headroom as well, but I can see myself sitting back there for a little bit without being uncomfortable. The seats do slide forward and back, and it reclines a little bit. When you're in sport mode, it does hold the gear. Not my preferred gear, but a preferred gear for accelerating. So I guess that will take away the need to have paddle shifters for some people, but I don't know. I would rather have my own control of the gear that I'm in. That's personal preference. I'm probably the demographic for the ST rather than a Platinum. This is probably for somebody that wants the space, wants the power, without giving up too much luxury. 'Cause I'm pretty sure with the ST you get sports tuned suspension, amongst some other things like performance tires, stuff like that. This one just feels like a comfortable ride. Also, according to the paper, it says it's rear-wheel drive. So you're not gonna get any all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive capabilities with this vehicle. And again, this is probably not the vehicle for you if that's what you wanted. You would probably go for the Timberline, or I guess the upcoming, what is it called? Tremor. Then that'll be more specific to you if you wanted all-wheel drive or like some kind of off-roading capability. Yes, my area is clear. I have my own little space to record this really quick. And when you guys see this again, I will be driving from POV. I can see clearly, but it's like to sit behind myself. It's actually pretty good. Got window. I guess I got the window locked, but that's fine. Got armrests for each captain's chair, and then we hop to the back seat. And there's actually space back here too, surprisingly. I wouldn't have anybody sitting in the middle between me, but definitely a good space. My knees are hitting the back of this seat, but this seat I'm sure can slide forward a little bit. I'll probably make that person here a little bit uncomfortable, but I guess you can pull this up to, I don't want to squish my camera, but that's cool. Let me see if I can do this one. I don't know how to do this, but the seat will flip forward so you have more space. You can get in and out easily, but I didn't mean to do that again. I can sit behind this seat perfectly fine. My knees are not touching. That's great. You have two USB-Cs on one side, so the person on the left isn't gonna get to charge their devices, sadly, but you get what you get. There's two here, two in the middle, but there's also an AC plug for you to plug in whatever device you have. There. It's not a cigarette lighter one, but you can make do with that, I'm sure. You have two USB-Cs on one side, so the person on the left isn't gonna get to charge their devices, sadly, but you get what you get. There's two here, two in the middle, but there's also an AC plug for you to plug in whatever device you have. There. It's not a cigarette lighter one, but you can make do with that, I'm sure. You have rear climate control for the backpack and for yourself. Into the driver's seat. Ouch, I keep hitting my head. And let's take off. All right, quickly before we get driving, I do want to go through the drive modes for you. You have tow and haul mode, which is for trailering and heavy payload, it says. Sport mode for spirited driving. Eco mode for trying to drive efficiently, obviously. You have normal, which is what the car is always going to start in. You have slippery for when it's wet, icy, and snowy. And you have trail for light off-roading, but that's okay. I'm gonna enjoy this little massage as we go for a drive. Hopefully it keeps us calm. Never know here in Florida what you're gonna run into. Subtle foreshadow, just kidding. This is my first Ford that I'm ever reviewing for the manufacturer. So I appreciate you guys for sending me this. Hopefully we get more cars here in the future to review. I'm not disappointed so far. The fact that this has massaging seats is quite interesting, I must say. I wonder if there's an easy way to turn off these massaging seats without having to go through that menu. But one thing I don't like so far about this Explorer is that there are no actual buttons. So what do I mean by that? You have your button for your radio to turn it up and down and the power button to turn it on and off. But beyond that, for like your AC and stuff, there's no physical buttons. So everything is through this little screen right here. And it's not necessarily a bad thing for a lot of people, but for somebody that just wants to be able to reach and like know where things are already without having to search for it and making sure, like, taking your eyes off the road to look, that is one thing I don't like. I would just like to just touch a button and be done. Whoa, that's a lot of cars. I guess that's gonna be putting us to the test. Let's go ahead and turn off that auto stop, start stop, whatever. Make sure we're in the right driving mode. So we're gonna put this into sport mode. I am a driving enthusiast after all. And we're just gonna have to fight our way through this. I forgot that this is rear wheel drive, so that there's no all-wheel drive. This thing will slide out on you if you're not careful. Okay. It's peppy. That wasn't an exaggeration with me stepping on it. That's actually pretty peppy. I'm gonna do the brake boost. It just spun the tire. see, I did step on the pedal and it was a delay. I'll try to exaggerate it so you guys can hear it better, but that's what I'm talking about. There's a slight delay there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hawk just caught something, probably a snake. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so we can get to 10,000 subscribers. We're so close. I think we're at like 9,300 and some change. So if we can get to 10,000 before the end of the month, that would be awesome. But don't know when this video is going up, but it's going up soon and the month is not over yet. So hopefully we can get to that number really quickly. That way we can get more cars to review, because until I hit that 10,000 mark, people are skeptical to send me cars. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.
So here's my rating. Exterior design, 9 out of 10. Interior comfort, 8 out of 10. Tech and features, 8.5 out of 10. Driving feel, 8 out of 10. Overall rocker score, 8.5 out of 10. It's grown up, it's confident, and honestly, if you're still shopping for 3-row SUVs after this, good luck finding one that doesn't feel like a downgrade. Would you pick this over the Telluride, Pilot, or Grand Cherokee? Let me know in the comments. And if you're still riding for the Germans, explain yourself. I'll wait.